All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone, who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down and some more Edomite, as the brother Capo in our camp would say, skullduggery is going on in Iowa. All right. They're trying to pass a bill that's basically going to make it legal to discriminate. So we're just going to let this video play and we'll get some scriptures.
They wouldn't know about it. That is how House Study Bill 668's subcommittee ended today. The legislation will make it legal to discriminate against people in the state of Iowa. Republicans dropped the legislation sometime last night around 7 o'clock, and then they had a subcommittee this morning at 8 o'clock. Intentionally, so people wouldn't show up because they wouldn't know about it. We have lots of footage from the subcommittee. I'll edit it down as soon as I can. Just wanted to give everybody a heads up. Overcapacity room, Iowans showed up. Representative Skylar Wheeler and Samantha Fett left the room in a hurry because they were being shouted down. As always, thank you for your support. We couldn't do this without you. BitchesGetStuffDone.org.
Hey, man, it's like I said, there should be nothing that surprises you about this devil by now. As I keep saying in many of my sit downs, this guy is just putting the final pieces in play. That's all these guys are doing. They're putting the final pieces in play. So when he comes down with that great wrath, as the scripture says, he'll have nothing holding him back. Actually, let me just get that. Actually, and it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And this is why he's passing these unjust laws under the cover of night, for a lack of a better phrase. Basically doing these things with deceit, with bad intentions. Okay, the bill is already bad enough within itself, but as the lady said, they did it in such a way that they hoped people would not catch wind of it and nobody would come and give it any attention or any type of resistance. But it just so happens that enough people caught on to get the word out. Now, whether this will stop the bill, probably not. We have to just stay tuned and find out. However, as I said before, we're at the point where this type of treachery, underhandedness should not be a surprise to anybody. Because this is what this guy does. He, as the scripture says, what is it? He frameth mischief by law. Mm. Oh. Psalm 94 and 20. And it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? It says, they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Right. This is what these guys do. They get together in secret with ill intentions to put forth unrighteous decrees, mischief. And I want to get that in the blue letter. Let me, cool. Psalm 94:20. It says, can unjust leaders claim that God is on their side? Can unjust leaders claim that God is on their side? Leaders whose decrees permit injustice. They gang up against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death. Whoo, man. And that's what they do. All right, they have these places where laws and bills get passed and claim they do all of this under the guise of God, liberty, and country. And in all actuality, none of these bills are righteous with God. It's completely illegal against the Constitution, and it does not benefit man in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Because with a bill like this, as the lady said, it will allow for Iowa to legally discriminate against people. Okay, I saw a few things that said, that gave the highlight points of it. Let me see if I can bring one of those videos up for one moment and put it on pause. I can't find it, but the bill basically was saying that one of the things it's going to do is it's going to give law enforcement pretty much immunity as far as hiring, bias / cultural training, however you choose to label it. Okay, it also said that it's going to discriminate against people who are in professions that hold licenses, like your doctors, your nurses, things of that nature. All right, and there was a few other things that the bill was going to allow. And this is something that's only going to further the how should I say the anger and frustration that the people in America have, not only toward this country, but the anger and frustration that people have against the so-called white man. Because we're coming into a time in history where everybody is being shown for who they are. And these elites are definitely showing the American public how they truly feel. Okay? What's the one where Ecclesiastes 31:24, but it says, but against him that is a niggard of his meat, the whole city shall murmur, and the testimony of his niggardness shall not be doubted of. All right, because these guys already got the money. All right, they just want the control. As I said, they're making moves for the final blow, for the final stroke, as I said. So when they come down with that great wrath, There's nothing that's going to stop him. There'll be no legal recourse. There'll be no legal action. There'll be absolutely nothing that the so-called average American citizen will be able to do in this country, because it will be a law to discriminate. It would be a law to racially profile. It would be a law to harass you. It would be lawful to detain you unjustly. It would be lawful to say that you cannot get this job and you cannot get licensed. All of these things will be lawful. And there will, as I said before, there will be no legal recourse. Because they know it's only a matter of time before the things that they do eventually get to the boiling point where 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 is going to pop off. And once that happens, they'll have exactly what they want. So that's all I wanted to say on this. Hope you all were edified. To the next time, we're going to say Shalom.